chance to meet Madlip. I actually have a photo with him as well, you know what I'm saying, and he was a really cool guy, man. Nice to be old. Just keep an eye out like Captain. Just keep an eye out like Captain. MF Doom was painting a picture here. He was like he was telling a story. If this has any relation to like his background, where he grew up, like some. I love this. I love these soul sampled records, bro. I mean, wow. This is next level production. Hope everyone's well, everyone's good. It's your favorite music connoisseur Henry here, and I'm back again with another reaction video. If you've clicked onto this video, you already know why you're here, and you already know why I'm here. I am here, guys, to finally react to one of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time. Being that I'm such a massive hip-hop fan, you know, and I'm not young as well, you know, I'm 33 years of age, and I've been a hip-hop fan for the majority of my life. I've listened to damn near every classic hip-hop album apart from this one, and I think, you know, years ago I wanted to listen to this tape, but I don't think it was available on streaming services for one reason or another, but it is now, and guys, it's the time to finally feast my ears on what is widely regarded as one of the greatest pieces of hip-hop art in the history of the genre. The album that I'm about to listen to is called Madvillainy, and it's by the hip-hop duo Madvillian, which is made up of the artist, one of the greatest lyricists of all time, MF Doom, and one of the greatest hip-hop producers of all time, Madlip. And it's the only studio album from this duo. The album came out in 2004, and when it came out, man, it was an instant hit amongst rap fans and critics alike. A lot of, you know, major publications like, you know, Billboard, Pitchfork, and even Rolling Stone consider this one of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time. I'm excited to get into this one, very excited. When it comes to MF Doom, you know, obviously I've got a couple tracks from him, but I've never really dived properly into his discography before. I'm a big fan of Madlib as a producer. You know, I got the chance to meet Madlib a few years ago in London when he came down for a Boiler Room set with Freddie Gibbs. You know, I think at the time they just released Bandana. So Freddie Gibbs and Madlib came down, and also I was working at a major label, Universal Music, at the time, and obviously I got a chance to meet Madlib. I actually have a photo with him as well, you know what I'm saying, and he was a really cool guy, man, and I'm so glad that obviously I got to meet him. I was such a big fan of his work. Time to get down to business, man. Like I said, I'm excited to get into this one. Before I do, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to like the video, don't forget to share the video, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be posting the full album reaction, you know, on our Patreon. So if you want to see that, sign up to our Patreon, man. But listen, without further ado, this is Madlib, this is MF Doom, and this is Madvillainy. Yes, see how this one sounds. Let's go, guys. This album is 22 tracks long. It's got a runtime of about 46 minutes, and the first track off of this album is called The IIest Villains. Let's see how this one is gonna sound, man. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Whoa.
And the sequel, Master of All. Both the villains were to meet in two historical figures, outlaws and desperados of them. The villainous pair of really nice boys who just happen to be on the wrong side of the law.
That was pretty interesting. So that seemed like an intro, so that's a skit, but it sounded more like an intro. And yeah, like literally this is perfectly setting me up for what I'm about to hear in the album. Like, it was pretty interesting that, you know, Madlib and you know, MF Doom actually linked up and called themselves Madvillain. Like, and I'm pretty sure obviously this sort of intro is giving us an insight into the whole Madvillian theme and what it is about. Like, going through some of the lyrics, one of America's two most powerful villains of the next decade, to shock women in uncontrolled hysteria. The villains themselves were ultimately responsible for much of the popularity audience loved to hate. The importance of the villain was not overlooked. Yeah, like, seems like this Madvillain sort of character is like a supervillain, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like crazy. Okay, and perfect way to set me up for what I'm about to hear from the album. So guys, let's go, man. The number is called Accordion. Let's see how this one sounds, man. Let's go, let's go.
Living on borrowed time, the clock tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick Dastardly and Buttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. ICE cold, nice to be old. Y2G Steve twice to threefold. He sold scrolls, low and behold. Know who's the illest ever, like the greatest story told. Keep your glory golden glitter. For half of his niggas and take them out the picture. The other half is rich and it don't mean shit to. Villain a mixture between both with a twist of liquor.
Ooh, feeling a mixture between both with a taste of liquor. Oh, that is a bar. That is a bar. That is a bar. Oh my god.
Yeah, tasting like truth for deal when he at the mic. It's like the place get like, oh yeah. It's like they know what's about to happen. Just keep your eye out like I Captain. He's still a fly guy.
Ooh, just keep an eye out like I Captain. Yo, okay. MF Doom's rapping. All right, okay. Okay, all right, MF. Okay, all right, cool. Oh, cool.
Clapping if nobody ain't hear it. And can they testify from in the spirit?
Oh, listen, that sounded like one. Why did you have to bring it back, Madlip? Why? Because the thing with MF Doom, yeah, his rhyme schemes are very complex and they're very unorthodox. You know, I think that's one of the things that has made, you know, MF Doom stand out from the rest, because I remember, like, when MF Doom first came out, a lot of people weren't really, like, fucking with him, you know, like, a lot of people just didn't understand his flow, his cadence, like, they thought that, you know what I'm saying, he was offbeat, you know, but there's this certain, like, rappers in hip-hop, E40 is one of them, you know, E40, Mystical, like, these are the type of, you know, rappers that have an orthodox style, right? Like I said, to the untrained ear, it might sound a bit awkward, you know, but like, yeah, obviously this track, man, his signature complex rhyme schemes was on full display. MF Doom was painting a picture here. It was like he was telling a story. If this has any relation to like his background, where he grew up, like some of the stuff that he had experienced when he was young, you know, because I think as well, I read somewhere that he didn't have the greatest of childhood. So at the same time, he was flexing his muscles a bit here, you know, like just warning niggas that he's no one to be played with. Like when he steps up to rap, people know shit's about to get real. Do you get what I'm saying? So there was a lot of that, or there was some of that braggadocious sort of persona that MF Doom was sort of letting out on this track, man, and I love to see it, bro. I love to. That was a great way to start off this album, man. I have just, you know, not feeling, but I know that this was either sampled or there was a track that sampled this beat. You get it, like, you know, but I have to give up to Madlip, and I'm probably gonna be saying that a lot, man. This beat was fucking cold, bro. And track number 3 is called Meat Grinder. Pause. Big pause on that one, do you know what I'm saying? Ooh, what is that in the background, bro? Like, what is that instrument in the background, guys? Yo. Guys, that was Meat Grinder, like, and yeah, just like the last track, man, you know, obviously MF showing up his extreme rhyme, you know, heavy bars, and I think, you know what, in this track, I think I heard a couple of references to sort of pop culture, he was trying to move to a girl, as in move to, in the UK, it's UK slang, he was trying to approach a girl, and he's literally trying to impress her. That braggadocious nature that MF sort of brings to a lot of his tracks was obviously the same that I heard on this record as well, like a lot of braggadocious lyrics. Track number 4 is called Bistro.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the debut grand opening of Madvilliany.
Bro, I love this. I love these soul sampled records, bro. I love them. I absolutely love them, bro.
Yesterday's new quintet is here. Victor Vaughn, Quasimodo, and I'm your host, the Supervillian. Time to enjoy music, you know what I'm saying? I like to dedicate this next joint to my fans, you know, Big Hookie and Baba.
Hey, man, I love that record, man. Like I said, those soul sampled instrumentals, bro, those are my bag, man. I absolutely love them. Obviously, at this time, 2004, when this got released, obviously Kanye, you know, was like just getting onto the scene. Obviously, you had Just Blaze, or Jay Dilla, you know what I'm saying, you know, was another one. So many other producers that were sort of adopting this sound and adopting the soul sample chops, you know what I'm saying. Even though it was short, like it was too short for my liking, I wanted it to be longer. I feel it, man, you know what I'm saying. Okay, so track number 5 is called Raid, featuring MED.
With no headshot, he said it's been a while. Got a brand with a style to get an inner child with a smile. And that's no exaggeration. Not a total patient, it's all your imagination, Negro. What do we know about the buttery flow? He needs to dump the ego, tripping to take the metal flow. From the bottom, y'all that holy pain, acting holy. My niggas getting no like Kobe. Getting with the arms of the Hulk, we been hoping. We getting mine, some stokers we roll.
The arms of the Hulk, you couldn't hold me.
Smoking and getting mine. Thanks, rap fight, got it down. Got me speaking out of check out lines with balls by the wayside. Smack them in the face, let them face rock, face drop. Get the washed up like the shoreline. Do it down, ride, how the nigga turn street turn.
And do you know what? Even though that production, you know, was simple, it was brilliantly simple, but yet still effective. Do you get what I'm saying? Like obviously the piano riff that I heard, you know, I'm pretty sure that's a sample as well, you know. It was very fast paced, light, jazzy, you know, witty, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, like I think the instrumental perfectly set the tone for Doom and MED. I haven't heard of MED before, but like, yeah, it set the tone for them to drop some high energy punchlines, man, you know what I'm saying? And obviously like just diving into some of the lyrics, man. You get what I mean? Like, yeah, it was great to hear them go back to back. Do you get it? Like, again, I haven't listened to MED before. Definitely brought a different type of energy to that track. Do you know what I'm saying? I think he skated on that, like, for real. And yeah, guys, so far, man, I'm really impressed by what I've heard, bro. Like, I can't even lie to you. I'm really impressed by what I've heard. Like, obviously, Doom's lyricism is gonna be a highlight, but the production so far has been the best part of this album to me. Do you know? Madlip literally was in his bag, bro, and I'm only on track 5, so bro, like if I'm only on track 5 and I feel like this, can you just imagine, bro? You know what I'm saying? Track number 6 is called America's Most Blunted, featuring Quasimodo. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Skills with a barcode. Or take a whole car over and waste a trip. Or sit right out laces hip from tip with you. So rather baggage other like the cracks and miles. Catch a tag, roll back a swag in the back of mouth. No optimal, just the wrong leaf part. The list.
You'll see, the most blooded on the back. The one Afro black in the alley with a hood rack. When you try to react.
Everyone finds that they're more creative stoned than straight.
Show written up.
Hey, R-I-J-U? A-J-U-A-N-A.
So that was a nice humorous homage to obviously the weed, the marijuana, you know. And you know what, it's funny, like that last line is quite interesting because apparently it does say, you know, or it is out there that creativity, you know, does increase when you're high, when you're stoned, you know. That's why I think a lot of, you know, some of our favorite artists, man, have created some of their best work when they're high, you know, or when they're stoned. So there may be some truth to that, man. I like the way they played on obviously the whole sort of weed angle, and I'm pretty sure that, you know, Madlip, because I know that Madlip smokes, you know, and obviously MF Doom smokes, so I'm pretty sure they were super high when they made this album. You know, I can only guess that they were super high when they made this album, man. But so far, like, Doom and Madlip haven't put a foot wrong, you know. Like, this has been a great listen so far. Like, so far the replay value is extremely high. Let's see if it's going to continue for the rest of the album. But so far, man, I'm digging what I'm hearing. And, you know, I'm just realizing that, you know, because obviously they titled this America's Most Blunted. Was this a play on, you know, America's Most Wanted from obviously Snoop and Tupac? You know, they just kind of switched it up and said America's Most Blunted instead of America's Most Wanted. But I feel like that may be a play on that actual song, which to me, obviously, is still one of the greatest hip hop songs of all time. America's Most Wanted is fucking hard, bro. It's fucking cold. So track number 7 is called Sickfit. I think it's an instrumental. And listen, I swear Madlip must have been out of his flipping mind when he produced this album, bro, because some of the beats I've heard so far, also including this one, have just been insane, bro. Like, it's just been absolutely insane. And I think, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think maybe this album was what really put Madlip on the map. Like, I think it's what made people really stand up and recognize that, like, Madlip is no one to be played with. Because honestly, like I said, some of the beats that he's produced so far on this album have just been crazy. Listen, you know, he's definitely in the conversation for one of the greatest hip-hop producers of all time. You know, he's definitely in that conversation, and he's still going strong to this very day. Track number 8 is called Rainbows. This sounds very cinematic, man. Guys, that was Rainbow, man, and that track felt very cinematic. The production was very interesting, and all in all, this, I don't know, this track sounded a bit strange. Not strange in a bad way, but it sounded quite menacing, but also quite sophisticated at the same time. Do you get it? Like, it also sounded charming, but it sounded like haunting. Like, it's weird, man. It was like a very oxymoron there. I expected him to rap, but not like he wasn't rapping. He was sort of obviously singing in soprano, and you know, the beat was quite slow, quite lingering, you know. Like I said, it felt very cinematic, and yeah, that one was a weird one, but I kind of like it at the same time. It's not my favorite track so far, if I'm being honest with you. Moving on to track number 9. Track number 9 is called Curls.
Mad world, land of milk and honey with the swirls, where reckless naked girls get necklaces and pearls. Compliments of the town jeweler, left back now, schooler, trying to sound cooler. On the microphone, known as the crown ruler. Never lied tomorrow when we said we found the moolah. 500 something dollars laying right there in the street. Let's try and get something to eat. Said that's about when we first started going raw. Kept the draw with.
Them organs that Madlip's playing, what the hell? It totally changed the dynamic of this track for me. What the hell? Come on.
Instead of trying to rip through the broke war veteran. Yeah. Split a minute, sword, haven't even 7. Yup, you know it.
spliff made him swore he saw heaven. He was 7. Ooh. That's a bar. Yeah, that one. Listen, oh my days. See with Madlip, yeah. So far, what I'm hearing is, like I said, different sort of layers to some of the instrumentals that he's cooked up for this album, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like different instruments, different chords. Do you get it? Like, wow. I mean, wow. This is next level production. MF Doom is pretty interesting because I feel like in this track, you know, obviously he's getting a bit more serious. Like, you know, obviously there's still his signature humorous punchlines, but at the same time I feel like there's a lot of obviously introspection, and also just a lot of him just referencing like religion, his early drug use. Remember I did say that, like I'd read somewhere that he had a really tough upbringing, so I think he was talking about his early drug use. There was something to do with his mother as well. I think something about him stealing to help his mum when he was younger, like, you know, obviously to help her, because I think obviously, you know, they grew up quite poor. For me, this track definitely picked up from the last track. So track number 10 is called Do Not Fire, and it's an instrumental. Again, I mean, what can I say that hasn't already been said? And you know, it's pretty interesting that like they put a couple of instrumentals on this tape. You know, you don't really get that in a lot of like hip hop albums. Like just an instrumental, do you know what I'm saying, being there in the track list. So like, this goes to show you, man, like, do you know what I'm saying, like Madlip, when it comes to the production on this, like he was just absolutely going crazy, man. And I feel like it's pretty interesting to see them do that. I think it's quite refreshing, actually. You know, I think maybe more hip hop albums should do it. You know, Mobb Deep, the Infamous. That's one of my favorite hip hop albums of all time. I would have loved if they put Shook Ones as just an instrumental. Do you get it? Like, put it on the main album or put it on a deluxe or whatever. Like, you know, because I feel like certain hip hop beats just need their own shine. Number 11 is called Money Folder. Damn, yo, man, listen, MF didn't even let the track breathe. He was just straight boom. He kind of caught me off guard, bro. I need to take that back. Yo, man said fuck all of that waiting for the beat to build up. I'm going straight in, bro. Okay, MF. What this nigga say? Let who is without sin cast the first stone after you, whose last is doom. He's the worst known. Ooh. Bars. Oh, okay. And I can't flip that.
One black, one Spanish, one Chinese.
Yeah. Bro, I have to adjust my seat, bro, because Lord have mercy. Do you know what? I think this track here, for me, this was... Obviously, MF was coming on Absolute Smoke, but this is the most aggressive I've heard MF, you know, sound. Like, cutthroat, like... MF wasn't fucking playing any games, bro, on this record, bro. Like just in terms of like, you know, his rapping, I feel like this was his best performance so far. He's been great on literally like all but one track in my opinion, where I thought he was alright. I think he was the 2 tracks before this, but like apart from that, like he's been rapping at a very high level. The album was released independently through is it Stone Throw Records or something like that. So it was released independently, and I know that like I think at the time, you know, MF had an opportunity to maybe, you know, go to a major label, but I think he declined. And obviously him and Madlip decided to also release this independently. Obviously he didn't want his art to be compromised. So I feel like this track is basically, you know, the theme of the track is basically, you know, it's about like the value of MF Doom's music, you know, which obviously he compares to the value of money. Do you get what I mean? Like, I think there was one bar he said about something about $1 million. Don't sign me, I'm about to get $1 million without him. So basically he's telling them like the major labels, maybe they try to sign him for $1 million, and he was, but obviously you have to give over a lot of your rights. Do you get what I mean? Like you have to probably give over your catalog and stuff like that. And he's saying, you know, no, like I don't need all of that. Like I don't need to give creative control to you. I don't need to give you my masters. I don't need you controlling my music. Like even if you offer me a meal, don't sign me, because I'm about to get a meal without you guys. You know, someone else is about to offer me a meal, or I'm about to, you know, generate a meal through like sales and, you know, merchandise and stuff like that. This was mainly about the value he places on his music, and he was comparing that to obviously money, you know, the value of money. But yeah man, dope track. Track number 12 is called Shadows of Tomorrow, and it's featuring Quasimodo, who is, you know, somebody that's already featured on this. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I swear this, now I'm actually remembering, it's Quasimodo. Is that Madlip? Is that Madlip's alter ego? Am I right in saying that? Is that Madlip's alter ego? Is that, or am I getting that completely wrong, bro? You know what I'm saying?
And the word once, because once upon a time there was a yesterday. Yesterday belongs to the dead, because the dead belongs to the past. The past is yesterday. Today is the preview of tomorrow, but for me, only from a better and happier point of view. My point of view was the thought of a better child. Reality, yesterday is eternity. The eternity of yesterday is dead. Yesterday is as one. The eternity is one. Is the eternity of the past. The past is once upon a heap of dead. Always searching for tomorrow.
Music is different, yeah. The vibrations are different. Not like a Planet Earth. Planet Earth sound of guns, anger, frustration. There's no one to talk to. Reception to the rule. The perfect brand of the past is made according to the rule of the past. The rule of the past is a...
Guys, that was Shadows of Tomorrow. This track seemed very spiritual. It seemed like, you know, because I think that was Madlip on. I don't think I heard MF Doom, unless like the person at the start was MF and his voice was just pitched, you know, a lot higher than usual. But like, I think this Quasimodo person is Madlip's alter ego. I just have a feeling it is, in it, but I could be wrong. But like, yeah, like I don't think I heard Doom on this one. But yeah, like full of wisdom, full of gems, beyond like the earthly concept. Do you get it? Like the light of the future is the light which is to be, the wisdom of the past. Like this was very philosophical, you know, planets, like galaxies, like yeah, this is some outly wisdom type of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? The music is different here, the vibrations are different, not like planet Earth. So like, what is this about? Like another planet? Like, is this about the solar system, the galaxies, like Jupiter? Like, seems like this track is about just a place that is not Earth, you know, a place that is, you know, outside of this realm. It sounded very, like I said, very spiritual, you know. This is probably based off of something. It's based off a book or a movie or something like that. I just had that feeling, like, just even diving into the lyrics, bro. Like vibrations, Sun Ra. Shame that I didn't hear MF on this one, because I feel like he would have came hard on it. But yeah, like nonetheless, man, you know what I'm saying, he did what he needed to do. Track number 13 is called Operation Lifesaver, aka Mint Test.
What to breathe out, then she made me cough hard. Contact the guard and let him know it's no tune. Fine, and how you doing? Can I get you a drink? This one's a shooter. Awkward situation that I want to miss to ruin. Her beef button smiles like camo. Hit up the men's room, we need more ammo. Watching 3 o'clock, a new recruit. That's a jelly juicy juice, used to stick a juicy flower. She just knew she was cute. It's in her own best interest. Less stress, hit her with the do you need a mid test. It don't matter if she's slim or dressed to impress. I won't rest, fellas don't fess.
Come on.
Some of them just need to eat the whole thing of crest.
Yo, I can't lie, yo, MF Doom, he's a joker, you know, and that's one of the things I like about him as well. Like he knows how to have fun. He knows not how to be like humorous and funny, and you know, he's a very witty character as well, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think this track, I think he was basically recounting the time where he liked this girl, you know, or maybe he just had an interaction with her, and she think her breath stank or something like that. Like, that's what, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what, like, wow, it caught me off guard. I went to breathe out, but then she made me cough hard. The situation that I'm on a mission to ruin. her big butt and her smile was like a camel. So even though this girl has bad breath, it looks like she's looking alright, you know what I'm saying? She's got the assets, you know, so he's a bit torn, like she's got bad breath, but she got the assets. So what am I gonna do in this situation? Do you get it? You know? But yeah, that's quite funny. You know, in that situation as a man, what do you do? The girl is fine as fuck, but her breath stinks, like, you know, like, do you take one for the team, or do you just say, nah, the breath is kicking too much, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? Or do you offer her gum, you know? But then if you offer her gum, is she gonna know that, like, you're trying to imply that her breath stinks, you know? It's I hear you, MF. It's an awkward situation to be in. This. Listen, if the girl wasn't fine, it would be a very easy decision to make. But because the girl is fine, it's like, oh, can I, do you know what I'm saying? Like, can I, you know? Man, but yeah, guys, that was that was funny, man. That was so track number 14 is called Figaro.
With no shame, ever heard. Take it from the Tech 9 over. They good, don't know the next time. Shine over. Everything that glitter ain't fish scale. Let me think, don't let her think that it smell. Shot a jack out of back, it's not an act stack. Forgot about the cackalack, holler back, crack, clap, blocker. Villainy, feeling in your heart, chopper, chop, top, and start shit. Stop to be a smart shopper. Shot a cocktail around the way, drop the stable. Who knows? Two more, on the way to shoot a goal. Pop a check, get him, not a bet, get him. Let him spit the gun and tell him, got a lot of shit with him, let the rhythm hit him. Stronger than the other voice, we makes the choice that make him spread butter moist, man, please. Stage made of panties, from the age of baby hoochies on to the grannies, Pammy, the dough break, daddy, the flow make her fatty shake, patty cake, for fake. If he wasn't in the baker's man, take her for her masters, hit it once to shake her hand, once to hold thank you, man.
That was Figaro, and yo, he was just going off, bro. This endless rhymes and bars, bro. Like, flow is just so unique, MF. Like, it shouldn't work, but it does. Didn't really catch what that was about, but all I know is MF was fucking popping his shit, bro. MF was like, he was going off, you know what I'm saying? Track number, I think we're on track number 15, is called Hardcore Hustle featuring Wild Child.
Hardcore hustle, with the bus load of niggas, this time we branch our hustle. Branch out to run the uplift post and it's confirmed. So tonight let's bang this Madvillian music till it's adjourned. Who rushes in head first with the full force of a ram? So the source of the verse reverses the course of the jam. Went to hell and back, saw Delta selling crack. In fact, had to come back with the brother with the mask by yelling black. Power to the people who support raw music. Blessed from the start to keep up this progressive art. To come out and uplift words and take verbalistic leaps to the next word. Get top dope and way to go expert. Who's the expert? Wow, with a physical frame. Whose mental is pain to get over in this musical game? When the Madvillian breaks your dome, you see. Who's the one who rock on body with the vigilance urge? When smoking the ism, the vision is blurred, the vengeance is heard. And just
you know what, like I said, this is the first time of hearing Wild Child. And you know what's quite crazy as well? Like, obviously MF, you know, the features that he's got on this tape, yeah, all of them are from artists that are not really known. Like, I'm presuming that they're a lot more underground, you know, because that's what essentially what MF was. He was underground, you know. He was underground. So like, I love to see when artists, right, sort of pay homage to the underground scene and put, you know, underground artists or artists that are not really known on their albums, you know. You see, yeah, like, because I'm sure obviously MF could have put you know, more high profile or got more high profile rappers to appear on this project, but he said, no man, I'm keeping it street, man, I'm keeping it authentic to who I am, you know, as a brand, and just as a person, man. And listen, obviously some of the features that I've heard so far, man, like they've all sort of like made sense to me, you know, and yeah, they've all kind of did their thing, man. And shout out to obviously Doom and Madlip for doing that, man, you know what I'm saying, like paying like, you know, respect to the underground scene, man, and not caring obviously if it's a household name or not, bro. Like Wild Child, he was spitting, bro. Like he was spitting. Again, I didn't hear MF on this one, which again was a bit of a disappointment, but like, it is what it is, isn't it? Do you get it? But yeah, nah, I fuck with this one, man. I fuck with this. So far, there's only one track that I didn't really mess with, or that I thought was just decent, you know. You know, but like, yeah, apart from that, man, like, track number 16 is called Strange Ways.
The maverick, you see it as just another felony drug arrest. Any day to be the one who picked the wrong thug to test, slug through the vest. Shot in the street for pulling heat on the follow, babies gotta eat. And when they get hungry, it ain't shit funny. Hate to interfere with how brother get his money now. Most the real thugs, killers, and gangsters. Set the revolution, let the things bust and thank us. When the smoke clear, you can see the sky again. There will be the chopped off heads of Leviathan. My friend, I call them strangers. Anybody talk to them, end up in some danger. Sit up behind the desk and cost billions to laugh.
True facts.
Into cash and arms. Only one side is allowed to have bombs. It's like making a soldier drop.
Change ways, guys, and I love this because I think this, you know, was the first political sort of statement record or social political statement record that I've heard so far on this album. And obviously, you know, MF sort of basically talking about the double standards, you know, or the contradictions of like a lot of things in society. I was talking about like discussing the irony of the police force's job, how they get paid to stop crimes they also commit. You know, you know, people say that, listen, law enforcement is like, they're like the biggest criminals out there, you know, like they're like the biggest gang. You know, they make it seem as if they're trying to stop gangs, but they themselves are a gang. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think he was also talking about, you know, how like war, you know, like governments like declare war on countries, but at the end of the day, they're the ones that declare the war. So everything, so essentially they are starting the war, but they are basically saying other people are starting the war, but they're the ones that are actually starting it. They're the ones that are declaring to go to war and to harm people, you know, and they're the only ones that have the power to declare it, you know. And you know, a lot of the time they talk about like people getting killed and stuff like that, but you're also enabling that killing. Like you're going to war and killing innocent people. Powerful, man. It was quite powerful. I think, yeah, this is definitely the first social political statement that he's made. You know, I'm trying to say on this album. What's it sit behind the desk? It costs billions to blast humans in half into caps and arms. Only one side is allowed to have bombs. Did you get it? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I hear it, bro. I hear it. Like I love the message behind this one, man. And like I said, the track was fire as well. So track number 17 is called Fancy Clown, featuring Victor Vaughn. This is sounding soulful.
I knew you was in the line, playing all innocent homes is the foundation. Don't make me have to pound this 10 crown facing the risk being jammed up by traffic and bound spacing. There's been a place for you in my heart since we first met. A teenage love that didn't feel no love yet. My boys warned me you was poison like maybe the first cassette. Let's get up on my chips. Don't make me have to pound this 10 crown facing the risk being jammed up by traffic and bound spacing. There's been a place for you in my heart since we first met. A teenage love that didn't feel no love yet. My boys warned me you was poison like maybe the first cassette. Let's get up.
My boys warned me you was poison at BBD's first cassette. Obviously, is it Belbo DeVoe? You know, Poison, the track. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Put my chips on the worst bet. Give up the skirt. Now I got a hair from the street. How dare you drag my name in the dirt and cheat? You could have broke it off, ended it in dirt. And if you spoke soft, you could have still preserved the friendship. Now you apologize, that's what they all say. You wasn't sorry when you saw them off in the hallway.
It looks like this girl was cheating on MF, you know. Oh my days, bro. Come on.
That's you if you wanna do it, wear a mask all day. And just think, I used to be proud of you, and you had some real good power.
So listen, be ready and prepared to be stomped in the ground. Listen, I hear it, bro. I hear it, man. I hear it. Like, you know, your heart's broken. Like, you want revenge. I hear it, man. But yeah, like, seems like, you know, MF was talking about this girl that he found out was obviously doing stuff behind his back, you know, and yeah, again, I think he was saying in part of the song that his boys warned him that she was poisoned, but he didn't listen. Listen, guys, we've all been there, right? When we're given a piece of advice, when the signs are clear that the person is no good for us, but we still do it anyway because maybe, I don't know, we want to try and prove people wrong, or we want to try and change them, or we think that we're different. Listen, if a person shows you who they are at first, believe them. You know what I'm saying? Believe them. So yeah, like it's mad. And I think this happened when he was like a teenager, because he said a teenage love didn't feel no hurt yet. So I'm guessing this happened very early on in his life, you know. And those teenage breakups, man, don't get it twisted. Don't let anybody lie to you. Those ones hurt, bro, because like you haven't fully matured yet. You know, those soul sample drops, bro, I'm telling you right now, they gas me up every single time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, MF, like, some great lyricism, you know what I'm saying, on this record, man. And yeah, bro, I definitely feel him on this one, bro. And that's number 18 is called IIest, featuring Stacey Epps. Hey. Woo. I love this. Chill that one, you know what I'm saying? Nice laid back. You know, this is one where like you can smoke a joint to. I can't even lie to you, you know what I'm saying? Yo, this is one you can smoke a joint to. And shout out to Stacey Epps, man. Like, I love her vocals on that. Very smooth, very, you know, just very smooth, very silky, you know, just very mellow. Like, definitely fitted the sort of like sonics of the record, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this one that you can just take a joint out. You know what I'm saying? You know the ones. Instrumental again. It's called Supervillian Theme. Sounded like a Supervillian theme. It actually did. It actually sounded like a Supervillian theme, man. Oh my days, but yeah, another great beat. Track number 20 is called All Caps, bro. Let's go.
See, that's probably somewhat of a travesty. Having me dilly told the people you can call me your majesty. Keep your vanity charged. You know it won't stick, yo. And it's not his fault you kick slow. Should've let your trick hold your sick glow. Plus nobody couldn't do nothing once he let the break go. And you know I know that's a bunch of snow. The beat is so butter. People slow cutter as he uttered the calm flow. Don't talk about my mom, yo. Sometimes you rhyme quick, sometimes you rhyme slow, or vice versa. Whip up a slice of nice verse pie, hit it on the first try, villain. The worst guy, spot hot tracks like spot. She tried to say she gave me her all, she played ball. All bets off, the villain got the dice rigged. And they say he accosted the man that never.
That was All Caps. So one line that instantly stood out to me was, I think it's here, just remember all caps when you spell the man's name. I'm assuming he's talking about him. I'm assuming he's like letting people know that when you spell his name, remember to put in all caps. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like also that was a thing. If I can remember back in the day, I think, you know, MF got really annoyed or started to get really annoyed about that. Like, people weren't spelling his name correctly. They weren't putting it, you know, like in all caps. And you know, MF comes across as the type of guy that loves the intricacies. He loves the attention to details, and he probably feels very disrespected if, obviously, like I said, you don't get his name right, or you don't spell his name right, you know. And that just goes to show you how much he cares about his artistry, you know. Everything has to be meticulous, everything has to be right, you know. Okay, just remember all caps when you spell a man's name. Just remember that. Do you get it? Like, you know what I'm saying? 21 is called Great Day.
Today, to get some fresh air like a stray on a straightaway. Hey you, got a light now, what light? Early in the morning, face crooked from like a mud fight. Look here, it's just the way the cookie tear. Prepare to get hurt and mangled like Kirk Angle, rookie year. The rocket scientist with the pocket wireless. Some even say he might need some psychiatrist. Doom, are you pondering what I'm pondering? Yes, why would the darn thing be wandering? She's like a foundling, very worth fondling. My posse's on board to holler at your senior. Dollar, he can overhear the hashish finger. He just can't come over there, the grass is greener. Grass wish, I wish I had 2 more wishes. And I wish they fixed the door to the matrix's mad glitches.
So that was Great Day, and yeah, like that was, you know what I'm saying, like obviously MF just having a conversation. It felt like he was having a conversation. You know what? MF does a great job of painting a picture. Like, you know, he has a great job of painting a picture or painting a story, you know? And that's a sign of a great lyricist, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? When they can make you feel or just like imagine or relate to what they're saying. Do you get it? And, you know, like, yeah, that's one thing MF does really, really well. And that picture is always like precise and detailed, you know. Yeah, it's a skill to be able to do that, man, for real. Like, it's not an easy thing, you know. But it just does it in such an artistic way. Moving on to the last track of the album, and it's track number 22, and it's called Rhinestone Cowboy.
The microphone and stole the show for fun, or for ransom. Flows is handsome, random, tantrum, phantom of the grand old omni, ask the dumb high, mask, pump shiny, somebody stop me. On it comes sloppy, on a retarded hard copy. After rockin' parties, either party in a jalopy. Watch the drop top poppy, known as the grimy, limey, slimy, try me, run me. Simply smashing in a fashion that's timely. Mad villain dashing in a beat rhyme crime spree. We rock the house like rock and roll. Got more soul than a sock with a hole. Set the stage with a goal. To have the game locked in a cage, getting shocked with a pole. Overload like throwing over a biscuit. A lot of bitches think he overly chauvinistic. In the wine zone, leave your mind blown when he shine with the nines of Rhinestone Cowboy.
Wow. Performing to a crowd, and like obviously he's getting his acclaim and his praise after obviously such a great performance, and I'm assuming that's what this is. This is like the close of the album. Like, this is like the encore, not even the encore, but this is like the close of the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, and obviously people are just clapping and applauding, you know, just the performance, because they're like happy with what they've heard or what they've seen, you know. And obviously that's like a metaphor for this album. Do you get it? Like,
Capiche? Oh, my aching hands from raking in grams and breaking in mic stands.
yeah, so that was Rhinestone Cowboy, and what a way to finish off. That song was cold. That song was probably one of my favorites. You know, obviously there was a few tracks that I would consider my favorite, but this was like one of my favorites. Like, yo, bro, like, just obviously the production as well, like the audience clapping and whistling in the background, you know, and just obviously, like I said, man, MF, you know, like there was just a whole lot of references here, man. Like, it just seemed like he was just popping shit off, man, and just getting a whole stream of consciousness out on this verse. And yeah, it does feel like an encore. It does. It really does actually feel like, because I stopped myself from saying that, but it actually does feel like an encore. You know, it does. And you know, I think essentially what this track was just summing up how dope like Madvillian are, you know, as the artist and as the character, as well as I think I heard maybe he was giving some insight into how they made the album, how they created the album, like the creative process behind it. But that track was fire, bro. Like, what a way to end off this album, man. And guys, bro, like that was Madvillainy, and guys, what can I say, bro? Like, I am so impressed by what I heard. Obviously, I'm gonna stop myself short of like crowning this album one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time, in my opinion, until I listen to it again, because obviously, you know, MF's style is very complex, and you know, there's so many layers to MF that I still am yet to unpack from this album. So I want to listen to it 2, 3, 4 times. You know, listening to it, you know, off a first listen doesn't do it justice, because I know there's a lot of things I probably missed, you know, but just off the first listen, man, I can definitely see why people are giving this album the acclaim that it's gotten over the years, bro. Like, the production is just absolutely insane. This is one of the best produced hip-hop albums of all time. I can definitely say that off the rip, you know, off the rip is one of the best. You know, like Madlip just took it to a whole nother level, like just the jazzy, eccentric, soulful production. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like it was amazing. It was amazing. And obviously, you know, like MF as well, like his performance on this can't be understated. Like, you know, like I said, his flow, his consciousness, it was a very good listen. Like, it's a great album at the very least, bro. Do you get it? And yeah, guys, you let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. I finally listened to this, you know, to this album, and I'm glad I did, man. Like, wow, you know, wow, like, yeah, wow. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll post a full reaction on our Patreon. But yeah, guys, my peoples, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to interact with the video, and I'll be back again real soon with another one. But until then, my people, stay blessed. I'm out. Peace.